Slumber Peggy!
And Merry Christmas, Keto here!
And Mio here to tell you that like a fool returns to their folly,
And Santa returns to cookies and milk.
we have returned to the worst creator of animated movies in the business.
Wownow! We've discussed Wownow in the past, and boy howdy, when I say they make the worst movies we've ever seen, we do not exaggerate.
And the one we're covering today might be the most mind-boggling one yet. Santa Saves the Universe! Oh!
Oh, for those who don't know, Wownow specializes in making animated movies that constantly reuse stock assets and typically use movie titles that are similar to other popular movies, so they can hopefully trick people into watching their films.
The Funny World of Pets, Haunted Transylvania, and Jumbo being some of the most egregious examples of these mockbusters.
But rather than just tell you how bad these movies are, we shall instead show you.
Hold on to your reindeer reins, it's time!
Also, forgive the future commentators, I, personally, Keto, only had 5 hours of sleep, so I was very tired.
And also, we hope this is coming out on Christmas. It could be late considering all the things that have gone wrong. Oh.
In space, no one can hear you.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Who is he talking to? And how is he able to breathe in space?
Don't know, but it seems that Santa and his right-hand reindeer made a record-breaking Christmas gift delivery speedrun. Let's go! So hype!
Boom! There it is! Ugh, I told you I had a feeling about this here, Santa. Best Christmas ever. What? I said best Christmas ever!
Okay, that's enough out of you. In a display of truly diabolical animation, if you can call it that, Santa talks to a gremlin-looking elf named Elfie, and a Slenderman reindeer named, you guessed it, Marshmallow.
They yap and yammer about how Santa is growing old and has cramped legs, and how Marshmallow loves Mrs. Claus' myrtle soup. Truly riveting stuff. Later, Santa is sleeping soundly, but Marshmallow runs in screaming and carrying on.
Santa asked what could possibly be wrong because he delivered all the presents.
We have a problem.
A problem? What sort of problem? Christmas Eve is over, and we delivered all our presents.
Nothing can go wrong in the world if the presents are delivered.
Frosty the Snowman has lost his mind and has all the elves and Mrs. Claus at gunpoint.
All good, Santa has delivered the presents.
Marshmallow stutters for like 20 seconds before revealing that they missed an entire planet on the naughty and nice list, putting the entire Christmas in jeopardy.
An entire planet? But how?
Oh, I knew this would upset you.
Oh, really?
It was at the very bottom of our list. It folded over in the wind.
The list folded in the wind, you say? Me thinkest he's lying. I don't know what the motive would be, but he can't be telling the truth.
The forgotten planet in question is Zador, with a population of exactly 3. They are all on the nice list. Unfortunately, Marshmallow has no idea where the planet is.
Beyond the asteroid fields? Blast! This means we can't take the sleigh.
Santa, what do you mean? This is the opening scene.
We'll need a spaceship to deliver.
Wait a second, what's a spaceship gonna do that your magic sleigh can't? And what do you mean you can't get there? Have you ever been there?
But Zador's not on any map. I checked and I can't locate it anywhere.
Ain't no way the list folded just this once. You ain't never been there before.
Santa refuses to let even 3 beings go without Christmas presents. But if it was up to me, I'd say forget them, kids. 99.999% of the population is good enough for me, especially when taking into account the entire universe. If they were worth my time, they wouldn't live so far away.
Sadly, Elfie the Elf cannot just make a spaceship appear, so they make a new plan.
I can recall a distant area of polar ice cap inhabited by a reclusive group of penguins who, word has it, have a spaceship that crash-landed there all the way back in the 1950s.
Does the writing here not seem a bit odd? Rather strangely detailed with references the embryos in the audience wouldn't understand. I wonder, is there a Santa AI?
It was made in 2019, but the possibility is still on the table.
How do we get there, Elfie?
I don't know. Well, nobody's ever been there.
So, they need to get to the penguins, but they don't know where they are either. What does Santa know? So Elfie says that they need to ask the snowman for directions. Guess the snowman's name? Oh, I'll wait. It's Snowy.
So Santa and Marshmallow head off while Elfie eyes Mrs. Claus' myrtle soup.
When I was little.
You're still little.
Duh, I'm an elf.
A few moments later.
Snowy? He's a total flake.
Of course he is. He's a snowman.
kind of annoys me that they made the same joke that was almost funny, yet they screwed it up the exact same way both times.
Meanwhile, we discover that Santa apparently has a half-brother.
What a plot twist!
Who is incredibly rich from all of his businesses. But despite being so gosh darn wealthy, he's still that his half-brother's accomplishments dwarf his own.
He voices all these pathetic complaints to his side chick, Rhett.
He's a big goof. You're anything but goofy, Bungley. You're dashing, daring, debonair.
Who's either trying to gas up his homie, get a promotion, or, I don't know, maybe has other intentions. Who's to say, really? Regardless, once Bungley, we didn't say his name before, actually.
Yes.
Well, his name's Bungley. Once Bungley hears that Santa has screwed up Christmas, he decides that this is his time to shine.
Good morning, gentlemen. Santa Claus forgot an entire region in his gift deliveries last night. As a result, planet Zador is having no Christmas.
Wait, how did this info leak? Who squealed? I bet it was Elfie, that turncoat little rat bastard.
To get this show on the road.
On the road? We can't drive to planet Zador, Santa. It's millions of light years away.
Yes, Marshmallow, I'm aware.
Oh my God!
They try talking to Snowy, but he doesn't respond, so they think that this can't
Say there,
actually be
my
Snowy.
good
Shut up,
Snow.
because he's just sitting there like a snowman. Marshmallow goes to go knock down the fake Snowy. Shut up!
well.
Marshmallow goes to go knock over the fake Snowy imposter to avoid anyone else being confused. But wouldn't you know it, it actually is Snowy.
Oh, what a great gag, except the freaking snowman was blinking the entire time and nobody noticed. Snowy tries to deny any knowledge of the spaceship until they reveal that Elfie is the one who told them.
Oh, that little muttermouth!
Ah, I knew he spilled the beans!
Turns out the penguins are very shrewd and chartered mission to see the spaceship, but won't let humans near it because they don't trust him.
So, completely in spite of Marshmallow's complaints, Santa sends him on a solo mission to get the spaceship. A long 100-mile trek up a glacier with prowling polar bears. Congrats, Santa. You've sent your right-hand man to his death. And on top of that, there's no way he's gonna make it in time. I don't think the writers quite comprehend how long 100 miles is.
But what is happening with those 3 Zandorians on Zador, you might be asking?
We do not care.
Well, 2 of them, named TNT and Trox, realize they've been unjustly stiffed because they've been good little Zandorians who've helped their grandparents. Wait a second. If they have grandparents, that's more than 3 people on the planet. Unless only kids count. And even then, why are all these buildings here if there's so few people?
Why, that's a magnificent idea, Trucks. You took the thought right out of my head.
Duh, we are telepathic alien beings after all.
The 2 goobers contact another. The 2 displeased goobers contact another Zandorian named Fado in his talking starship Starbell and ask them to try to contact Santa and maybe rough him up a little bit to figure out what's going on.
We don't want you to attack Santa Claus.
But Starbell's been outfitted with brand new directed energy plasma breakdown dual laser beam cannons! And we're itching to test them out. We can obliterate a small planet if we want to.
What did he say?
Unfortunately, Fado is completely insane after spending over 300 years in space with nothing but his talking spaceship for company.
Can't you just call me champ or homie or cuz? Oh, I like cuz.
Cuz does not compute, champ.
It's short for cousin.
We are not genetically related.
I suppose I too would go insane.
Your ever-present head cold and constant sneezing scares away the fish!
Back with Marshmallow, who's somehow still alive, he finally meets the penguins after said penguins, Goosey and Sneezy, talk about absolutely nothing of interest for over 2 minutes.
What's that? A Yeti?
That's no Yeti, Goosey. It's a reindeer.
Run! Help! Help!
Because Marshmallow looks like a sleep paralysis demon, Goosey spooks and runs away. Luckily, Sneezy listens to Marshmallow's pitiful pleas and decides to help get the spaceship.
Bungley, I got a fantastic new branding idea for your Christmas takeover.
I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm Bungley McClaws.
These 2 voice actors seem to have 2 completely different energies, and I think Bungley might have been miscast. Anyway, they talk shop about workshopping names for their business. I'm sure the little kids will find this enthralling.
Meanwhile, because they need permission from a penguin named Chili, Marshmallow talks with him, but Goosey tries to dissuade any cooperation with the jackalope.
Gazoonta, you big turncoat!
Yeah, what he said. This is all happening because I messed up on Christmas Eve, of all nights. And now Santa, of all people, is the one who looks bad.
Chili then launches into a story.
I have a Christmas story to tell.
I didn't ask.
So, there I was, preparing myself for a premature end. When lo and behold,
Don't care.
Chili gives Marshmallow the keys to the spaceship, and he flies away for some reason into outer space and then teleports back to Earth. I guess he was... I don't know what he was doing.
ugh, my head was starting to melt.
Oh, heavens, that's terrible.
Oh, it doesn't end there.
Yapping! Nothing but yapping!
Hello there.
How can we possibly ensure that something like this never happens again?
We train ourselves to kick butt.
To kick butt?
Major booty.
Are those two planning on beating the presents out of old Saint Nick?
Let me up!
Sure thing. Better?
Much!
Good.
Oh, so that scene didn't matter at all. Cool.
Okay, bear with me here. Bungley is Jeff Bezos and wants to make Christmas Amazon to replace Santa and deliver presents with spaceships. Or maybe drones? He's now in outer space looking for Santa and Marshmallow to...
When we spot the vessel, we'll announce ourselves and our intentions. Then we'll order that jolly fool out.
Where will he go? We're in outer space.
I don't know, Rhett. He can float away for all I care.
I think they want him dead.
Marshmallow is shocked about just how many stars and worlds there are out there. But I'm confusion. Do they not do this every year? In the sleigh that goes in space like we saw earlier? Whatever, in this scene nothing happens. But Santa does forgive Marshmallow. Again.
I'm starved, Starbell. Oh, you know what that means? Space Jacks!
In Earthling parlance, yuck.
Fido, who I'm sure you remember from earlier, has gone hungry while hunting Santa Claus and has gotten even loopier than usual and is willing to end his own life to catch the canigans he is hallucinating around him. Starbell, in an effort to save his Saria, plots a course to the space restaurant Space Jacks, which has been featured in other Wownow movies, which unfortunately we have bad witness to.
Why, I oughta...
Ought to what, cuz?
You know what? Good callback. Santa and Marshmallow run into Fido in the asteroid field, causing Fido to think he's completely insane for a moment, which he is, before he realizes that that is the real Santa Claus, and leads them back to the planet Zador.
Stick close to my tail. There's lots of asteroids whizzing around out here.
I think we can manage that. We lost him, Marshmallow. Where did he go?
There is a reality where Fido, already out of his mind with hunger and space delirium, opens fire on Santa and Marshmallow, making it the last Christmas. What a sobering thought.
Bungley, Santa's a half-brother, and Rhett find themselves in the asteroid field and discover it's harder to navigate through than expected. Who would have thought that of an asteroid field? So they just go home.
It's over.
If you cut out all of Bungley's scenes, the story would play out the exact same. Good to know this was a giant waste of my time!
Haha. Never before have I seen such a worthless plot point.
Santa arrives with Fido and delivers presents to the other two Zandorians. However, Marshmallow has some beef with one of them. Better watch out, the little ugly goober is ready to throw down.
You want to spar a couple rounds, Jackalope? What did you call me, Eggplant?
But the ranger is ready to pop a cap. Get ready for some smoke.
Easy, boys, easy. We're not here to make matters worse.
Dang it, it's just getting good.
The Zandorians get their presents and the movie ends. Hooray!
But the scuffage doesn't end with the movie.
Ooh?
The credits have some mistakes as well. I don't think Simon Hill is the voice of Starbell, who has a female voice, and pretty sure that Snowy was voiced by a man.
There are other names that I believe were misplaced. For example, I think Sneezy was also Simon Hill, but I can't verify any of these since I honestly don't care.
One thing we can verify is that Simon Hill did in fact appear in this movie quite a few times.
Truly, truly, this film made less than 0 cents and left us with more questions than answers, and no energy left to solve them.
These movies are just as boring as watching paint dry, or rather watching people talk about watching paint dry. At the same time, it's like watching a train wreck. You just can't look away.
This might genuinely be one of the worst movies of theirs that we've seen, and we've watched too many.
But this season is all about joy, and we did have a fun time watching with our dear sister. These films are awful on their own, but anything can be made infinitely more fun with family and or friends.
So enjoy your celebrations this Christmas, and remember the reason for the season, our Lord Jesus Christ.
In short, Merry Christmas, and we hope that you have a blessed day.
God knows what's going to happen with this channel, but we have plans that we can't say right now because the haters will sabotage us.
Until the next video comes out, check out this video over here.
Or this video over here. And until then, in the wise words of Sneezy.
Awesome!